Working with Manuel it's always interesting because he is not only saying what you are doing well, he is always saying what you need to do better. So for me it's very important to have this kind of person because I can improve day by day on the bike.
So you've worked for Ducati, Suzuki, Aprilia and KTM. How will you define each brand and what makes each bike distinctive?
Well, a definition is difficult to tell you. I can tell you that it's different cultures, different experience. For sure, maybe my longest experience was in Ducati, and is where I was, let's say, shaped. So I would say it has a lot of influence in what I did in the future. Then my experience with the Japanese was, I think, from minus to plus, because at the beginning I see that was at a different pace, the things done. But with the time I learned that sometimes going a little bit slower, you do a step forwards without risking to do a step backward, and I learned a lot also from them. Joining Aprilia, I was expecting something similar to Ducati, and it's unbelievable that they are 1 hour and a half and the culture is completely different. Also there was a lot of things to learn. The second year there was fantastic, we were working really well, and then joining KTM, I didn't know what to expect, no? Because at the end I saw that it's a multicultural team, and this has a lot of positives. We organize a little bit the work and the way I like to work and the needs that Maverick has. The team is responding in a very professional way, and I'm very happy about this.
Either Maverick or you changed 4 times manufacturers and teams. How crazy is this from an engineer point of view, and how much experience you gain, changing all the time from different manufacturers?
For me, a change is difficult, and usually I don't like to change. My first experience in MotoGP was very long, say 10 years, more or less. Why I don't like to change? Because all the things you build, and when you reach stability, I think has an influence in performance. So the rider, for example, knows exactly when the bike does some reactions, he's ready for that, he can ride over that. For us it's the same, but at the end, if you are patient and you try to adapt to the new team, and the new team try to adapt a little bit to yourself, it takes time, but it doesn't take years. So sometimes it's 3 months, sometimes can be 1 year. But we are in this process now, and the things are getting good. So already I think we have more experience than the first switch. So we are trying to make this adaptation faster.
He's going to speak about Qatar race. It was crazy, wild, the way Maverick rode in Qatar again. I mean, so thrilling race, despite the penalize after the race. This is a turning point, or a starting point to build from with Maverick and KTM for you?
No, I would say that the turning point was on Sunday in Argentina. The problem is people from outside don't see this, of course, because we were 20s in the grid and trying to overtake one rider every 2 laps, never having. But there already in Argentina, he get to a point, and we did a package, to a point that he started controlling the bike very well. In Qatar, finally, he was able to qualify there. There was no problem in the warm-up lap. And of course, every rider, when they have the pace and they find in the front, they found a little extra, no? That for sure in that case he put. But I think the base was the same as Sunday in Argentina. So if there was a turning point, was there, not in Qatar.
Regarding his years at Suzuki, Yamaha, or Aprilia, Maverick says he is at his best moment now. From a technical perspective, do you agree with that feeling?
I see him, he has learned a lot from the mistakes he did in the past. He analyzed his career, he said, okay, I did some mistakes, and he learned a lot. And he has very high confidence that to be fast with this bike is just a matter of time. So he was able, with me in some cases, without me, because also in Yamaha I wasn't there, but he was able to be fast in terms of lap time, in terms of pace with every bike, and KTM will not be the exception. We will find a way that where he will be constantly fast. But the plus is the first time he has an engine that you arrive with the possibility to overtake in a long straight, and this was very clear in Qatar. For Maverick will make a huge difference.
What characteristics of Maverick best suit the KTM? What does the bike need to change to get the most out of it?
This we need time to understand. What I would say is already the level looks not far. The best characteristic is that the exit, the corner exit, Maverick is very good in corner exit, how he managed, and this bike respond to what he expects. In terms of if he pick up, he pick up the bike, he expects some reaction of the bike, he get this reaction. If he keep the bike lean, he expects some reaction, the bike does like this. On corner entry, we struggled a lot this winter, and was let's say the turning point in Argentina. And looks like now it's very close to what he is expecting. So we still need to find a bit better balance between the phase of braking, mid-corner and exit. So let's say we need 2-3 races to confirm the level, and from there you can grow. So we don't need to run in this moment. If we start looking for some extras without order, there is high risk to make a mistake and do a step backwards. So
Maverick demonstrated he's a super fast guy, but still it seems like his weakness points is the regularity. How do you work on this matter with Maverick, and is the best Maverick still to come, to appear?
This is something that is very difficult to convince the people, because the people what they see, the paper and the final result. What I can tell you is I had Maverick 2015, 2016, super regular. Fourth in the championship, in a championship that you had Marquez and Pedrosa in Honda, Dovizioso and Iannone in Ducati factory, and Rossi and Lorenzo in Yamaha. More constant like that with a bike that you know, same as me, was potentially top 10, because for sure was not the bike we left in 2022 that was a winning bike. So for me it was constant. What happened in Yamaha, I don't know. I always seen a Maverick with compromise in the race weekend, focus, and building a good pace. If you see 2024, for example, at the end he was the fastest of the brand overall, no? The first one and 80% of the races. So this for me is consistency as well. So.